Today on Morning Joe, Rick Perry said he is more prepared for the debate stage than he was in 2012 when, everyone remembers, he suffered universal derision for his infamous oops moment. But then, just minutes later, Mark, you asked the former Texas governor a pretty basic question about the Republican leadership in Congress, and here's how prepared Perry was for that particular line of inquiry.
What are Boehner and McConnell doing well now?
Listen, I think they're working towards getting some financial things headed in the right direction, making some reductions in spending, getting these agencies. But the fact is, the American people don't really see Washington, whether it's Congress or whether it's the president, addressing the solutions that are facing this country.
Oh, boy. For any candidate who wasn't totally under the microscope, that might be fine, but whether he's in the primetime debate or the secondary debate next week, Mark, can Perry's campaign and can Perry himself survive another moment where he looks like he's suffering from aphasia like that?
I don't think this is fair. Rick Perry's much smarter than most people realize. If he did that in the debate on Thursday, I think his campaign would be over, and I think a lot of his supporters would say the same thing. It shows you how little margin of error he has.
Yes, but that was bad, right? I mean, it might be unfair to...
If Mike Huckabee did that or Marco Rubio, no one would care. It was bad because of the burden he's under, but I felt bad for him because it wasn't the hardest question in the world, but he doesn't want to make a mistake.
I know.
And so I saw today for the first time the kind of pressure that he's laboring under for Thursday. He can't make a mistake like that in the debate.
There's no doubt.
I think that his fundraising, which has not been gangbusters, could dry up completely.
I agree that he's under a lot of pressure, but I got to say, you run for president, you play the big game. I've never seen you do that, and I've asked you a lot of questions in my life, and I've never seen you look like you're about to have a coronary embolism in front of me and not be able to come up with a decent answer to my question.
Yeah. The other...
I mean, the answer he eventually came up with was lame, too.
Well, I think it was... look, it was not the easiest question he's ever been asked because...
But not the hardest.
He was caught between not wanting to blast Republican leaders and not wanting to appear, I think, uncritical of them. But I do believe that Rick Perry has a chance to exceed expectations. But I'll say again, if he gives an answer like that in the debate...
He's done. He's cooked.
Yeah.
He's over. He does that again.
Problematic.